Good top-line growth, margins were under some pressure. In fact, Mangalam Maloo caught up with the management. That's Mr. Bharat Puri, the MD of the company. Let's listen in to what he had to tell us.
See, we've always said at Pidilite that we manage our margins in a range rather than to a number. We're also very clear that it's about profitable volume growth. It's not about volume growth alone.
Right.
However, if you look at the last 3 years, our margins have been at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And as we see demand coming back, our focus remains on volume-driven growth. It remains on double-digit volume growth. And it also remains on profitable growth. But within a range, we're fairly comfortable in managing that.
The range would be?
We normally say we would be happy if, for example, our operating margins were between, say, 21 and 24%.
Okay.
So we're comfortable at those levels.
It's at 22% right now. So
it's at 24% right.
All right. Okay. So we'll keep an eye out on that. How has your input cost basket moved in the fourth quarter, including the currency impact? And from the end of fourth quarter to now, how much has it moved?
See, we're seeing actually, because a large part of what we buy today actually impacts our accounts 3 and 4 months later. So we have a fairly clear visibility of what's happening. Both currency and input costs are on the up. For example, our principal raw material is VAM, vinyl acetate monomer. At this time last year, it was $900 a ton. Currently, it is between $1,300 and $1,400 a ton. So we are seeing substantial increases where we believe that some of it may be temporary, but it will not come back to 900. So we have to actively manage this with a mix of price and seeing what we believe will still enable good volume growth.
So then let's talk about the one product that, or one category that you're most bullish on, which is the waterproofing solutions. In your words, is the growth category. What was the percentage growth last year? And now, because it's an under-penetrated category, you have increased your advertisements. We see a lot of those Amitabh Bachchan ads. Then there is a normal monsoon predicted, improving demand conditions. Can it grow 1.5 times what it did in the last year?
See, we would definitely like that. We're very clear that most of our growth categories must grow 2 to 5 times GDP, because these are growth categories. Remember, in waterproofing...
So Dr. Fixit grew 2 or 5?
Somewhere between them, let's say.
Of course.
So remember, my job on waterproofing is to compete with non-consumption.
Okay.
2 out of 10 homes in India really do proper waterproofing when they construct. If I can take that to 2 to 4, I double the category, right? So therefore, you would see we're consistently investing in category development. If you look at, for example, the increase in our advertising spends, a large part of it is based around waterproofing, because clearly we need to educate the consumer. A large part of it is also in the field, where we need to make sure that the consumer gets the service that they require. So I definitely believe it is a growth category, as we have many others.
So 4 times GDP is what we can peg it?
You can peg it where you like. I will say 2 to 5 times.
Before we let you go, the key outlook or the key focal point that you have for FY19 by the end, say next year when we talk, this is something that you should have said that this is what we set out to achieve, and we've done that.
It has to be, especially in this environment, volume growth. We will keep focused on volume growth, because as a leader, that is your real indicator of increase in consumption and profitable volume growth. As long as next time this year you and me are saying we've delivered profitable volume growth, we will both be smiling.
All right. Your competitors, how about that? They won't be smiling? Because Jubilant Industries has a new management change. Astral Poly, their adhesives business did fairly well. Are you worried, or you think you can go ahead and maintain and grow your market share?
See, if you look at our growth rates, Mangalam, there is no doubt about the fact that, we have actually grown our market share.
Right.
As far as competition is concerned, while we are cognizant of them, we keep a close watch. We're not obsessed by them. There is enough and more for us. We have to grow categories as a leader. If we grow categories, we will get a large part of that growth, and we will keep doing well. And best of luck to my competitors.